So what were you saying?
Why don't we go from like we'll start with like a market maker cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Like explain a market maker cycle from the point of let's just say like um the point of a reversal, right? And then it completes one side of the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And then before it completes the other side of the cycle, then dive in deep to the wick and the swing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then we're tying in like I want to be more comfortable with the cycles, like understanding how to spot them, like where we're at in the cycle, like which time frame to look at for the cycle to see where we're at, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna go over what happened Friday because
Sure, yeah, that would
Friday
be
was a good example.
okay.
So it doesn't matter which time frame you're looking at, right?
Right.
We're gonna take the 4 hour as an example here, like the 10 a.m. open. So 10
Mm-hmm.
a.m. open here,
Mm-hmm.
and then every wick, because of how the candlesticks are created, we have the open of the candle, right? So I'm going to represent this purple line as the open. If we create the wick and the candle's expanding up, right?
Right.
For the candle to be formed bearish, we have to come back down and
Right.
flip this open and start creating that body of the bearish candle.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole move that's creating the wick is your market maker sell model, right? So
Okay.
because you have your buy side of the curve over here, and then you have your smart money reversal at the top with an SMT most likely,
Right.
and then you have your sell side of the curve over here. So on the buy side of the curve, the order flow is going to be respecting the buys. So you're going to have order blocks for value gaps respecting the push up. And
Right.
then on the sell side of the curve, you're going to have order flow respecting the push down. So the starting point of that order flow respecting the push down is going to be your change of state, because
Okay.
that's that first order block that starts to respect the order flow down.
Okay. And then you're tying that in with the higher time. Well, not necessarily higher time frame, but with the SMT.
Yeah. Well, it could be a higher time frame SMT as well. Like
Right.
it could be like, let's say for example on Friday, right? I'm gonna delete these. Like Friday, for example, we had this SMT that happened. Oh, sorry. Was it this? There's this high. Okay, so it was like this one, like this. We had this SMT that
Mm-hmm.
happened with YM. I'm gonna put this on hourly. And YM. Wait, what am I looking at here? Previous to the high. Yeah, okay. Yeah, exactly. So we have this SMT happening with YM, right? So NQ expanded
Wait,
up.
you wait. Let me see that.
So I'm gonna draw a little like highlight onto which high it's associated with.
I think that's one candle off now, or is it just because like it's that high?
Even if it is one candle off, this would just be an extra SMT here,
Okay.
like this. But still, the general idea is
Right.
like this area.
The shift.
Yeah, this shift, like this area, this perch this high, this didn't even come close to it, right?
Okay, that makes sense.
Hold on, I think I'm looking at the wrong. If I go on the 4 hour. I gotta find out 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. here. What line is this? This is 1800. 10 here. Okay, so specifically for the day, look at this. 10 a.m. sort this. 10 a.m. here, like this. So we have that SMT here, like intraday. Because I was trying to look for the higher time. Cause I know there was a higher time frame SMT. Like, I think. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was the daily high. I remember there was something. Yeah, exactly. It was from this one up here. Like this. So NQ took the high on the daily, created the C2 candle, and then the next day I was anticipating the sells because this would be candle 3 on Friday.
Got you.
And YM, we didn't take that high. You see how we didn't take the high? We came short of it.
Right.
So that's what gave me that, okay, that's the higher time frame external, right? Like, because we have the range right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the range from swing point to swing point on the daily. We created a range, and now we're going from external back to internal. And if we're going from external back to internal, I'm targeting the fair value gaps.
Right. Okay.
Right. So, and we have a new week open gap here. We have a new week opening gap. And then we have a fair value gap here on the 4 hour. So we have these points, and we also have this point of liquidity that's just hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like internal liquidity here inside the range.
Right.
Next week, I'd like to see it push down more. But so when we come down on the 4 hour, we have this SMT at the highs, which this would be technically from the bigger time frame perspective, it would be buy side, sell side, right?
Right.
So we made the SMT. Still, we have a change of state here, even from the 4 hour perspective.
You would use that green candle as a change in state, the opening of it?
We could use it, yeah. I had it.
Okay.
I had it drawn out just in case, because I was like, okay, well, if we're gonna make that change, that wick, if we're gonna create that wick, it would make sense that we could use this.
Right.
Because this is the C2 candle, right? This is that swing. See how there's a wick here, and then there's a swing point here? Because this swing point is associated with the top of this wick. So
Okay, that makes sense.
all we did was create the swing, create another swing below, and then we came back to the internal, and now we're creating another swing to the downside. So this is a range high, range low, and then internal, and now we want to see deeper push down.
Got you.
Yeah. So that was my idea. So we came back into that, and this is just the change of state associated with this range.
Right. Okay.
So when we looked at 10 a.m., okay, let's look at I'll put this here like this. Yeah, so we have an SMT first stage SMT here, and then we have the second stage SMT here on the sell side.
Right.
Because when you're looking at the market maker model, right, something like this,
Right.
we're gonna have some type of SMT associated on this side of the curve, and then we're gonna have some type of SMT associated on this side of the curve. It's telling you it's showing you the shift. So we might have something like higher time frame like this, right? And then lower time frame, we might have something like this, where ES is looking like we
Maybe
didn't
ES
we
takes
didn't
the high and NQ doesn't.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the smaller time frames,
On
so like
yeah.
the big SMT is what, hourly, 4 hour, whatever,
Yeah.
and like 15, 5 minute.
Yeah, something like that. You would see it on the micro level more over here on the sell side because you're analyzing the wick. So like, for example, here on the 10 a.m., we have the 10 a.m. Since we have like the 4-hour 2 a.m. swept, right? 2 a.m. swept here,
Right.
closed.
There's
Can't-
a swing.
Yeah, swing.
Yeah. Okay.
This candle too created the wick. So we have the swing created here, 1, 2, 3. And already here you could have like entered.
Yeah.
This could have been an entry based off of the
Right.
hourly frame. You didn't even have to wait for candle 3. You had candle 2 over here showing you the swing inside this bigger swing that we're framing. With the whole
Yeah.
idea of like it returning back to
Turning
the
it,
change of state. Yeah.
Right.
Following this SMT. Also being the external back to the internal.
Got you.
Hmm.
How many points is that from the high, from the close to the high of C2
This on the 4-hour candle or the 1 hour?
on the 1 hour?
Okay, so this whole range,
Yeah.
that's 69 handles, so 70 handles roughly.
What about the close?
The close, 62.5.
Yeah. And then could you draw out the standard deviations for that change of state
Yeah,
just for targets?
yeah. So standard deviation of that change of state, targets, the two,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
reacted
let's
off of
do
that. How many points from this
From the close.
from the close? So we'll
If-
do
just
from
theoretically
this
you enter at the
Yeah,
close
yeah.
or the open, it's fine.
right at the 2 standard is 273.
So it's, yeah, okay.
And like lower end over here would be like
320.
320, 322.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So next week makes sense.
Yeah. I would want to see it keep pushing down.
Continue the narrative.
Yeah, we continue the narrative, exactly.
So then, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what would you? It's probably too early to say, but let's say we open up in the week, in a few hours, the
Mhm.
next day or so, we just head straight to that gap.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just waiting around to see, like, where it wants to go from there, or
Yeah.
would you anticipate another move, like probably back up towards the range, like back
Well,
in the range?
well, if I was to anticipate another move back up, what I would want to see is I want to see us push down, and then we would have to create some kind of swing point, right?
Right.
Change of state, and continue the narrative back up
Okay.
to the highs.
Now, okay. So let's say we get down to this gap, right?
Mm-hmm.
When are you looking for a market maker cycle?
When
Here.
am I looking?
Yeah, when we get a swing and
Mhm.
reversal forming, or when we have a change in state?
Well, the swing and the swing and the change of state are
Okay,
both
well, it is.
associated with each other
Okay,
because your change of state is going to be in your C2.
right.
So I would frame it on the 4-hour.
Okay, take me down. I guess take me down to all the way down to the entry with the market maker in mind.
Okay, from what happened on Friday.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so let's go. I'll take everything off the chart. I'll go from the daily, even the weekly. I could. Okay, because from the weekly, like the narrative for the weekly is that we came from this fair value gap. We made a swing, 1, 2, 3 swing, and then we had a continuation the previous week, right? And then all we did is open with a gap and expand further up.
Right.
So we have the weekly open here. I'll put this as the weekly open. And then let's come down, let's profile this whole candle with the daily candles. So we split it up into 5 candles for the daily. And then we have Monday opening up, expanding up. Tuesday following the narrative of the expansion, so we're still on the buy side of the curve. It's until I saw that SMT at the high here that I was like, oh, okay, we're showing signs that we're shifting back into the internal range. Because even once we opened up here, this would be my range for the daily time frame. We have the swing point, because what is a range, right? What is a trend? What is a range? Well, trends move from swing point to swing point, right? So we have swing point to the creation of a new swing point here with an SMT. So now that we've created the range, I want to see us come back to discount, because it's too expensive now. We're overextended up. So once we have that, this would be like this technically would be, this move from the upside would be external to internal range, because we're moving back into the inside of the range, right? And then once we reach this area, back into discount, maybe we can hit this order block here. Maybe we just react right off the 50%, but we're gonna have to start framing that swing pattern.
Right.
1, 2, 3, like this, wherever we reach. But I still have a rough idea of where we are. Right. So then it just comes down to profiling the 4-hour based off of the daily candles.
So let's say hypothetically we get down into the zone.
Mm-hmm.
We have the first candle. Okay, we reach into the zone. Then the second candle, we sweep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you want to see it close back above. Like, you don't really want to see it close below the wick, yeah?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. So at that point, are you kind of anticipating, like, I guess it's situational, but like, how would you enter on a C3?
Well, I would have to see that the C2 completed. Like, if I'm framing it on the daily, because this is framed on the daily because of the range, then hypothetically we would see the wick creating a swing point on the 4-hour. So we would see some kind of like, just the same way we had this. We had, see this is a good example. See this swing point here?
Yeah.
Same way we had this swing point, and this is represented by the C2 wick. I would want to see this in reverse on the downside.
Got you.
And that would be on the 4-hour, like 4-hour time frame, right? So every day we look at the 4-hour profiling. We open up at 1800, we look at 2200, we look at 2 a.m., 6 a.m., 10 a.m., and then 14, and then the close, and that's it. Well, those 6 candles will go 6 candles at a time until we start seeing the narrative play out on the 4-hour, on the daily that we're expecting. You know what I mean? So it'll happen day by day, and then 4-hour by 4-hour, and then once we start seeing what we want to see on the 4-hour, we start we start focusing back on the 1-hour. So now it's the same logic that we did from the daily to the 4-hour. Now we're doing from the 4-hour to the 1-hour, where our 4-hour swing for the day would be analyzed through the 1-hour, and the 1-hour would make the swing too.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. Like,
So let me find you an example in the charts, right?
Yeah, run it.
Yeah.
Run it,
So
yeah.
so this,
Yeah.
because I'm framing this off a daily range, let's find a swing to swing off a daily that does the same thing. So this is a good example right here. So we have a daily swing here, the low, the high swing point, and then what happens? We come back into the internal, come down below 50%, and look what happens on the daily. 1, 2, 3, and we continue the narrative expansion back up. So internal to external, right? So
Right.
if we come down to the 4-hour of that internal to external, let's see what happens on a day-to-day perspective. So let me put the indicator on so we can see, we can frame the, wrong indicator. So we can frame the daily cycles there. I'll remove weekly high, low, daily high. Actually, maybe I'll keep the daily high. Then we'll put the daily separators. And I'll put this back 50. Put this back 100 maybe. I'll have to put it back even further back. Okay, so we have the 1800. I'll take off the previous daily high and low showing. So no high, low, less drawn out. Okay, cool. So now we see on the 4-hour what's happening on the 4-hour here. So you see how we're creating that daily candle. So we have the open of the daily candle here, right? Our narrative is that we're below 50% off of the range that we've isolated on the daily, right? We're in discount. We've created that open. We're creating the low here. And look at what the low is showing us.
Right.
So now I'm anticipating us to come back up now because we're creating that swing. So we sweep candle 1, candle 2 closes inside above like the sweep.
Right.
So there's a change of state here somewhere. And then candle 3, what?
Okay, yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, so candle 3 has a small wick and big expansion. That's what we want to see for expansion candles. Small wick, big bodies. And we just continue back up. So 6 a.m., 10 a.m. 10 a.m. was what? What happened at 10 a.m.? We wick down and then continue back up because we just retested the order block.
So then on that 10 a.m. candle,
Mm-hmm.
how on the hourly, I guess where was the swing on the hourly?
Yeah, so I'm gonna
Because that could have
bring this
been
one.
like 11, 12 a.m., you know?
Yeah, exactly, because the 4-hour has 4 1-hour candles.
Right.
So this is where patience comes into play. I'm going to draw out the 10 a.m. open here, 10 a.m. open. And I'm going to come down to hourly. And let's see what happens here. This was a fast move because we pushed really quick into that order block.
Right.
So let's start with the C2 candle here. So C2, we sweep it. Now we have a new swing forming here. 1, 2, 3.
And this is London?
This is London, yeah. London made the low of the day. So London makes the low of the day. We make a swing, and then we start. We change the direction. Mind you, keep in mind that we have this daily range that we're looking at. So
Right.
we're already expecting the internal range to the external range.
Okay.
So our targets are up here. Back to
Okay.
the external range.
So you're taking, so like the beginning of your day, you're checking back in with where you're at in the,
On the daily.
on the daily within like, I guess really the weekly range, right?
Yeah, the weekly, the daily. I'm always playing off the higher time frame. So even monthly, weekly, daily, 4-hour. That I consider the higher time frame because the 4-hour I use to profile and to frame my daily candle.
Right. Okay.
And then once I get down to the 1 hour, 15, 5, 3, 1, whatever, those are more intraday, lower time frames that I'm looking at.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. So let's look at the 10 a.m., right? We opened up here. This is the open of the 10 a.m., right?
Hmm.
And then let's put ES side by side. So ES side by side right here.
It's a YM.
This is YM. Yeah, but even YM is showing us the
Right,
SMT.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. So this is the SMT with YM right here. SMT, right? And this is the SMT on NQ right here. So YM swept the London low, but NQ
Right.
didn't. Like this is already showing us like what's happening.
So now,
Look at this real quick before you move on. This
mhm.
this is the change of state on the 1 hour here, off that
And
swing.
that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say, based off the hourly, like, would you already frame it in your mind on the hourly that that's probably where you would want to get entry at in that area?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then with that in mind, do you move down to the 1 minute, or I mean, sorry, like the 15 minute?
Yeah. So I like to move down to the 15 because the 1 hour would be the same logic with the 4 hour and the
Like
1 hour.
15 minutes.
Yeah, there's 15 minutes in an hour. So if I come down to the 15-minute, we should see a swing, and that's what we see here.
Okay.
So this swing,
And that's really the C3 was at 10 a.m.
C3
on
was
the
at
15.
was this one, C2.
Oh, okay.
At 10 a.m. was C2. Yeah, because look, if I put my cursor over it, that's 10 a.m. right here. So people got faked out here, thinking that it's gonna keep going, but we have to wait for the swing
Right. And again, and there's
and the
like
SMT.
yeah, so like on this time frame, the change in state, uh, I mean, I guess it wouldn't have offered you a horrible entry.
Off of this.
On the 15 minute, it would be the other one, that big. I mean, at least the way that I see it, at like 3 a.m.
Oh, this one, this big one, yeah. Yeah, this one would still be valid for sure. It's a good
Right.
entry. It's a great entry. There's no time. Like you're in it right away. You have no time under drawdown. You might be in drawdown for a few seconds, whatever. Like, but it's still reverses pretty
How
quick.
long is that candle? How many points is that candle?
This candle, let's see, from the open.
No, from your would-be entry.
Oh, from my would be entry, this
In
is
the low.
30 handles.
So where would you like frame your stop? I guess
Well,
because that would be a big.
yeah. I would do it from the previous low here. So this low point. So see how the previous candle here, candle 3.
At 2:30.
See where
Where's
my
2:30 at?
do you see where my cursor is?
Yes.
So this low, right? So this low would be my. If I was to take this changes, I'm gonna take the hourly one off. I mean,
Okay.
I'm gonna take the hourly off and keep only the 15.
Gotcha.
So let's say if I was doing just mechanical, I come in on the 15, change the state, I put my stops right here because it's the low of the previous candle,
Okay.
of the previous 4 hour candle,
Got you.
right? But like right when I see that SMT happening because of the time of the day, because of what
Mhm.
like what I'm already framing off the daily,
Right.
I'm already anticipating this to be moving up.
Now, was there another SMT? Like, was there a double SMT that happened? Since
Um,
it kind of shifted.
yeah, there most likely was. I'm gonna open up my chart here. Like there's one on this side.
There's
I
one maybe with ES.
I don't have the data going back on ES more. Hold on, let me see. Let me see with on YM. I mean, I didn't have the data. Let me see on ES. Yeah, we most likely do have it. Ah man, it won't let me go back further.
That wick. It's pretty big.
This week? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the SMT for ES.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it's also about understanding what a swing point means. Like, what does it mean to you when you see a swing point starting to form?
It took out a significant level.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we're probably gonna start trading away from that because we were going from swing point to swing point, especially in the higher time frames.
Exactly.
So kind of switching the trend.
Yeah, exactly. So a swing
It's the
point,
new cycle. It's the new
yeah, exactly. Like a swing point is a it's a shift in the market. So if we're
shift.
yeah,
I
so
won't say
if
reversal, but
it is a
it's gonna be
reversal,
end.
it's like a
Well, yeah,
reversal. Yeah,
yeah.
it is a reversal because we're doing expansion from expansion to expansion. So it's a reversal. And if you know that the characteristic of a swing point is like a reversal, then
Right.
if you see a swing point starting to form here, you know that we're going to continue back up.
Okay.
Like there's no doubts where you should be like, oh, maybe this is not, maybe this swing point. Like it can't go from creating a swing point to all of a sudden just dumping it,
Right.
especially with
Okay.
the narrative that we have,
Yeah, that makes sense.
especially with the London low here, with the change of state. Like it's, so going back to NQ here, if we even just aim for 2R, which would be this, like you would,
It's 200 points.
yeah, it's 100 points, you would get it pretty quick. You get it like, what, 30 minutes? Maybe less?
Yeah.
Like 15 minutes, and you're already out. But this isn't even your overall target. Your overall target is the external up here.
Can you measure the with the standard deviations?
Yeah, so if I take the standard deviation of this, change of state,
Yeah.
yeah, so 2R, 4R. And like what I'm seeing here, even from the like lower time frame, is that we have some type of SMT here for sure, and we have some type of change of state because this was just the retest. Today was just the retest of the change of state of this. You see? Do you see it? Do you see how?
Say that. Say the last 20 seconds over again. Sorry.
Yeah,
Last
like
10 seconds.
even from looking at it from this perspective,
Right.
right? I can tell that this is a low. This is some kind of C2 candle, and then this is some kind of C3 candle, and this is some kind of C1 candle here.
Right.
So
And
that,
then
that
the C3 candle's wick, it traded below like significant, not I guess significantly below the 50% level.
yeah,
See what you know what I'm saying?
all of this is an inversion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right.
we're just retesting still the same narrative that like, okay, we're retesting the inversion. Now we're pushing back up to the external because we're moving from discount. We're shifting back towards external. New day opens up. Asia, London. Still market maker model. Continuing up.
Right.
Still following the narrative. Like, yeah, people might panic here because they're like, oh my god, like we're selling off. Like, no, we're just building up orders to continue up. Look at the weekly candle.
What day is it?
This is Wednesday. Do we reach it this week? This is Thursday now. Playing around right next to the external. Finally, London expanded. There you go. Now we finally reached it, the external. On Thursday.
Damn.
Still day to day, we're still following that narrative, the bullish narrative. Because if you miss this day, you could have just entered off of this day too. So let's see that this day is 10 a.m. Like 9:30, 10 a.m. Let me take this off here. Take this off here. This is 9:30. I don't know if we had any news or not. We probably did. The reason why I think we had news is because that 9:30 made the swing. So we have like this swing forming here. And obviously this low will have some type of SMT.
Right.
Probably with YM. Where's YM? YM. Where are you? Okay. Yeah, so we have the SMT here with YM. So you see how YM pushed down really heavily and then we made that swing here?
Yeah.
That's 10 a.m. Still,
So then the 15-minute wick, you can take it down.
mm-hmm.
To what would you take it down? 3 minute?
3
minute?
15. We could take it down to the 3 minute, like 3 minute, 5 minute. I would do 5 minute, and then from the 5 minute down to the 1 minute. But like the lower time frames, I just gyrate around all three, like 15, 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute. Like once you really understand, like even the lower time frame candles is just literally the same thing as the higher time frame candles. It's just broken down.
All right. I'm just spotting them.
Yeah, it's just spotting them. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, now it's... Anyway. Can this show me the time? Show me the data. Okay, well, it's my thing's bugging out. Anyway, so we have an S&T. Let's look at the 5 minute here. Well, 5 minute is showing you that swing right here inside the order block. Where's 10? 10 is over here. So 10 expanded down, and we're just continuing the narrative.
It's a daily.
Yeah, because you shouldn't. Your 10 o'clock in this scenario is held up by all of this.
Right.
It's held up by all this, like this whole idea that you have. Also, it's supporting it.
Okay. Yeah,
Like you're not coming in with only the idea of let's see what happens with the 10. No, all of this has to support it too. You're in the daily range. You're in the internal. You're in the like a discount, right? You have that shift on the 4 hour. Now we're expanding up. We should see continuation. Like we had the shift here. We had the swing point forming here. Now this should be expansion. We should keep pushing up. So if everything on the day is telling me that, we have the London low, like especially if the characteristics are showing, like right, low of the day London, right? Then if London is the low of the day, right? If 2 a.m. manipulates, then 6 a.m. continuation, 10 a.m. 6 a.m. expansion, 10 a.m. continuation.
Mm-hmm.
Like we should still see the continuation push up.
Right.
So any of the like the 9:30 open, whatever, all that should just all be manipulation. And then the continuation should follow. which
Makes sense.
that's what we saw. We saw the manipulation, and then that's what created the SMT, and then the price followed. So going back to the 4 hour, that's why I wait for every 4 hour candle. I'm waiting to see the profile showing me the swing point, because the low of the, like, this swing point is the low of the daily candle wick. And we're creating that wick.
Right.
And days like these are really, oh yeah, by the way, look at the daily. We have that swing. Over here. So this is
Right.
probably a daily C2. Yeah, exactly. See, daily C2, 4 hour swing. Daily C3, 4 hour swing.
Mm.
C1 right here.
So at the highs and lows of the days,
Hmm.
there's going to be like a swing most likely.
Yes, yes. That's what I look for. Like, especially if I'm
Is
like
there 2 swings on both sides every day?
2 swings on
Like
both
every 12
sides.
hours? Like just to close the day? Or not necessarily?
Maybe, maybe. I don't really pay attention to the end of the day. By the time, like, I'm already out, I just try and find that swing around the 10 a.m. Like around
Because
the,
most likely it's going to be the low if you're bullish,
exactly.
high if you're bearish.
Yeah. If your day has both sides and then it just keeps coming back inside that range, we don't want to trade those days, because that's just like an indecision consolidating day, like search and destroy day, seek and destroy. Like, we don't want those. Those are like, there's 3 types of days that we're looking for, right? There's like there's 3 types of candles, or like, yeah, 3 types of candles that we see. We have like indecision candles, which look like this. And then we have expansion candles, which look like this. We want to participate in these types of moves. We don't want to participate in these types of move. We could participate in these types of move under the right circumstances, but this would have to already frame us that this is a C2, and we could catch this, some type of movement back into the range. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we could catch the wick back while it's pushing down to create the wick, and then catch it while it's pushing back up. And that would be a market maker model.
Got you. Okay.
Because that's how a wick is created. We have to push down, and then we have to push back up, and that makes
Right.
the wick.
And that's the market maker model.
That's the market maker model, yeah. Because
Okay.
yeah,
Got you.
because we have to. It makes a U shape. It makes a shape like this. Oops. It makes a U shape like this. Right?
Right.
We have 2 sides of the curve. If we divide it in half, we have the sell side of the curve, and then we have the buy side of the curve. And then over here, what is this? Like, this is significant. This point of which it shifts. The point in which it shifts is the change of state, the change of character. Okay, so what's showing you changes of state? Well, it's like CISDs, right? CISDs / order blocks, SMTs at the top end, and then also like inversion fair value gaps. If we start disrespecting the fair value gaps of the sell side order flow, if we start disrespecting those and creating inversions, well, it's giving you the indication that we're like now flipping the narrative.
Right.
Where we once were selling, now all of a sudden we're now switching direction and we're going to the buys.
Right.
Well, that's creating your wick. On a, like, if you're looking at a higher time frame candle, it's very like you can catch a lot of moves.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fact that you understand where we are and what we're doing for that wick, it's putting you on side with the market, the narrative.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, so this whole idea, like coming back to where we're looking at today. So this is the, like, the same logic, right? We're framing a swing, we're coming back inside, internal, and then I would want to see external. So same thing today. Now let's go back to this, and we can kind of have an idea now again. Well, we're gonna come back down here, gonna create some kind of swing in the internal, and then expand back up to the external. And while we're doing that, we're gonna come to the 4 hour and frame day by day what we're seeing.
Gotcha.
Makes sense, right?
Right.
Anything else you want to look over?
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna study those concepts a little bit more together,
All right.
just with the cycle.
If you have any questions or anything, like anything that you want to look over, we can look over. Like, look at this swing on the daily. Like, look how easy this was. One, two, three, 3 and 4. Good days to capitalize expansion up.
Yeah.
Because look, even on a smaller frame here, we still have a swing point to a swing point. And then we
Yeah.
came back internal. We made a new swing here. Discount. We came right into discount and then reversed from discount and continued up.
So now that we see, so it's basically like now, okay, we have a swing point at the top now.
Yeah.
Like, we're probably gonna, we're heading down.
hmm
No, I meant like now, where we're at now.
Oh, now, yeah.
So it's like, okay, like the move upwards probably is done for now.
For now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The moment I saw that SMT in these candles in the C1, C2, C3, well, C3 didn't form yet, but C1, C2 forming, I was like, okay, well, I'm anticipating that's my bias. My bias is bearish, and I want to see us come back to discount.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've had all week where we're just pushing. We made a gap. Everyone was anticipating rate cuts, so everything expanded up. And now from there, I want to see. Now we need a pullback. We need a pullback now. Like, the excitement is over. We need a pullback. We need people, liquidity built up for the upside,
Right.
so that then we can come back to the upside. Because we're still bullish in the higher time frame. Internal, external. And then we just take it day by day. Every 4 hour. And then if we see something we like on the 4 hour, we zoom in more on the 1 hour.
Got you.
And then once we see something we like on the 1 hour, we can zoom in more on the 5, 3, 1, 15, whatever, and find our
So in
entry.
context, we see the swing has already formed. We can
Yeah.
expect probably expansion lower.
Mm-hmm.
Once the market opens up, we'll just watch the 4 hour,
Yeah,
the next 4 hour open.
yeah.
Um,
We'd want to see the
then-
creation of the wick, and then from that daily 1800, we'd want to see the flip of the open to create the body.
the creation of the wig. So, okay, it's continuing lower. So we would want to see price trade higher first.
Mm-hmm.
So, like maybe the first 2 hours or so.
Yeah. Maybe all morning.
All morning, yeah.
With the open being like this.
And then you would go on the hourly and look for that swing. Say, like, okay, we've traded up. Maybe on the hourly, we've hit some little significant level.
Mm-hmm.
And you spot a swing starting to form.
Mm-hmm.
Then you kind of go drop lower.
Yeah.
And say if you just wanted to catch a continuation lower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's just like most of the time you're waiting.
Right.
You're waiting for a proper setup.
4 hour wick, lower time frame swing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then for that lower time frame swing, quote unquote, the C2 of that lower time frame swing, you go on the lower time frame,
Exactly.
looking for the
Order
for the
flow.
swing. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Proper order flow, proper swing, yeah.
Like just fractal.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
exactly. Like this was
Alright.
like on this day specifically, just like last point,
Yeah.
we opened up, like we literally consolidated all morning, and then look what happened. Like New York,
What time was that swing?
this is 8, this is 9, and then 10 was this one, and then 11 we swept the high and just expanded down, continued to expand down. So this was like, let's say if we were to frame like the
That's the C3.
yeah, that's the
10
C3. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So this whole range right here from this vertical line to this vertical line, this is the 4-hour candle. This is the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. So 10 a.m.
So
opens.
then it's like there's no reason to rush into an entry, right?
No, no, there's no reason. Because look,
So it probably took a whole hour to get a somewhat decent
yeah,
area for entry,
yes.
but then the next hour,
It was straight to profit, yeah.
that's where you would want.
Yeah.
You have your fair value gap, sweep of the high,
Mhm.
and a change of state. You can retest it again.
Mhm. So check this out. Like just to go over the 10 a.m. that happened on Friday. Like here we had an SMT like this. Wait, let me double check. Cuz now it won't be buggy now. Yeah, look at this SMT. We had an SMT here.
Right.
SMT. Yes. This swept. This didn't sweep. Oh, yeah, it was with YM. So with YM, we had the SMT like this. Yeah, yeah, this was it. We had this SMT up here like this. YM took the high. And right when YM is super bullish at 10, like we were pushing up, and I was like, okay, well, and I was just sitting on my hands. I'm just watching while everyone was like rushing into like sells. People were rushing into selling it like right when.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. Well, this expanded up. This swept the high here.
Well, I thought we were looking at the cells.
No, yeah, we are. But like, check this out. Everyone was rushing into buys, right? While YM swept the highs here, which is associated to
Right.
this SMT. So let me just draw this out, like these dots.
But at the time, that wasn't there.
Oh
yet.
yeah, my bad, my bad. I'm like looking for 10. 10 right here. So I'm gonna also frame this 10 to 1400. I was on the
Well,
wrong.
I'm confused. I thought we were looking at the. From Friday. Look at Friday the 31st, right?
This is Friday the 31st. So look,
Right.
when
but
Y
I thought we
when
were
Y
talking about the move. That move right there. I thought we were talking about that move down.
this moved down, yes.
Yeah.
So look at YM. YM, we created the SMT here. I was looking at the PM session. Here, check this out. Okay, so YM created the SMT high here. And NQ didn't. Look at NQ how low this is. Look at YM how like it took the high. You see?
Okay, so your candles don't really need to match up. They don't need to be super precise, right?
No.
For SMT.
No, like this is perfect SMT right here.
Okay, so like go to each candle, each point of the candle, right? Just go on NQ.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to line them up. I'm just trying to line them up. Okay, go to the other one. Go to the other point of the SMT.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see now. The other horizontal line or vertical line was fucking me up. I was like, which one's your crosshair?
Oh, okay, this one. Okay, well look, I'm gonna make this. I'll make it pink or whatever. Make this pink as well. Okay, better.
Yes.
Okay, so we had this SMT with YM,
Right. Okay.
and then if I'm anticipating the SMT, now I wait because I want to see sells, right? And if I'm gonna
SMT So then, if you saw that change in state, would that be enough for you to be like, okay, like,
Bro, this change of state right here,
yeah,
that change of state, right when I saw this happen, I entered short.
okay,
Like, I didn't even wait. I knew that it was going to keep going down because the narrative is following. Because this
Yeah.
also, this little sweep of the high here was also an SMT.
right, right.
So
right.
now what do we have? We have two-stage SMT.
Yeah,
We have a change of state. We have an inversion as well. Like, look. We have this inversion for value gap. We closed.
so you could have just entered right off that close.
That's what I did, yeah. I entered right off the close. I didn't even wait anymore.
And would you just put your stops right at the high, or would
So-
you be a little safer?
So what I did to be safe is I had the hourly here. So at the hourly, we had a fair value gap that formed. Okay. So we had this fair value gap that formed on the hourly here. If I come down to the 5-minute, and I had the 50% line drawn out, so I had it like this, where I had entered right at the open, right at the close here, pretty much, and 50% level here like that, and I took my profits at 4R, like this, right? So then right when it expanded down 4R, I exited. I was good. I could have kept milking it, but I was like, whatever, I have everything I need because we're already at the external. So I
Right.
milked it a bit more from at the external. So this was, again, like same shit we just saw. We created a range. Now we have the
Range.
internal of the range, and then this is the external of the range.
Right.
So we
You backed
created a
out.
range, we came back into discount, and now we formed our reversal signature, change of state, SMT, and now
That's
we,
your market maker cycle right there, right?
yeah, that's your market maker cycle right there. Yeah,
Okay, so
let's
it's
let's
power
look
of three.
power of 3. Yeah, so let's look
Yep.
at the 1 minute. We can even see clear the sell side and the buy side of the curve. So everything, all the order flow is following on the buy side of the curve. Buy side, right? Now we have the shift happening here. You can see this very clearly. There's like an M shape, whatever, sweep of the high. Like it's very obvious. Then we have the sell side of the curve. All the order flow is following bearish.
And
So-
then can you just make those boxes like consolidation, accumulation?
Oh, okay, yeah. So this would be like consolidation, right?
Right.
Consolidation here, and then manipulation here. I'm gonna change the colors to the classic colors we all love and know.
Yay.
So this is consolidation, manipulation, like this, all this manipulated up, and then right here, distribution down.
Yep.
So I'll make distribution blue. So we have, yeah, that's what we have. We have consolidation, manipulation, because we pushed up, the false move, and then we have the distribution. Continuing. Change of state, right? Now we have bullish order flow, and now we're shifting from bullish order flow to bearish order flow.
And that's the full market maker cycle, like technical pattern
Yes,
for the 5-minute like swing,
yes,
kind of.
yeah. Well, this is the
And
1
you
minute
can
right
go
now.
for- Okay, so more like 15-minute swing then.
Yeah. So let's look at the 3 minute, how it looks like. Let's look at how it looks like on every time frame, right?
Okay.
So even off of the
5-minute.
yeah.
5-minute.
5 minute,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So even within, like, if you miss this move up, right?
Right.
If you miss this top move, you could even capitalize on this move because even this we have swing here, still falling, like retesting the order block here. You could have
Right.
entered a quick
Got it.
sell here,
Right.
kept it safe, and aim for 2R at the external. I'll remove this, so I don't need it anymore. Remove this.
And then can you go down to the 1 minute again? See
Yeah.
what that looks like.
Yeah. So
Or 3 minute.
yeah,
Three.
give me a second. So even if you wanted to keep it safe and you have the narrative in play properly, enter the shorts here. You exit 2R here, like, and your stops are at a safe location. We just retested the change of state here,
Yeah.
and we have an SMT at this high too with ES. I remember with an SMT here. So we had an SMT swing forming here, sweep of the high, candle 1, 2, 3. 3, we retested the order block and we expanded down. Like no drawdown on this. The better you get at this, you could have even caught this wick, because let's say this is the 5 minute, right? We come down to the 1 minute. That same wick,
It's
it's a swing itself, exactly. 1, 2, 3. You could have even caught this swing starting to push down. And what do we have here? We have a
inversion, change in state.
change of state and the inversion, exactly. Yeah, good eye. Yeah, exactly. We have the inversion here. And look what do we have inside the inversion here? Swing. So we
Probably an SMT2 maybe.
yeah,
Micro
probably
SMT2.
probably some kind of micro SMT here. Yep, exactly. So
And
1, 2,
another
3,
inversion.
boom.
So
Yeah.
then it's like bearish order flow, like
Bearish order flow, exactly.
inverting. Okay.
Inverting. We're inverting. We're disrespecting the
Order flow you kind of really look at just on like lower time frame.
yeah. Well, I mean, you could look at it from the higher time frames, just candle by candle. But if you're trying to find an entry, like you look at the order
Intraday.
flow intraday. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. So, like, I'm just looking based off of my narrative. Like, I want to make sure everything is I want to make sure that the story makes sense. That there's continuity. This is continuity.
And it's all just derived. I mean, basically, I'm just from the higher time frame.
Yes, and from the
You're
swing
just breaking
points.
it down.
And I'm
Yeah,
breaking
yeah.
it down, yeah. As long as it keeps following my storyline.
Okay, that makes sense.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's might be a good place to wrap it up. That was
Alright.
good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that was good.
All right.